Watching Arsenal is watching Netflix. You always wait for the next season. And trust me, every season is going to be like that. So don't even get involved.
When Mikel Arteta walked into Arsenal in December 2019, he wasn't just hired as a head coach. He was handed a mission: fix a broken club, rebuild the culture, and challenge for titles. He's fixed the broken club, for sure. He's rebuilt the culture, even if they have the most toxic fans. He's even got them challenging for major trophies. But we're not here for all of that. The question is this success?
We need a 12th man here. Where are you?
Mikel is often praised for his detailed game plans and obsessive attention to detail. Pressing triggers, passing networks, the trendy XG. He's into all of that. And yet, when the game is on the knife edge, that same over-analyst becomes a straitjacket. It's actually a mad dilemma, because what made him build a solid team might be the same thing restricting them from getting over the line. A single strategic blueprint: high press, build from the back, overload the half spaces, all of his players could follow. But the issue is, he rarely goes away from that. That same high press triggers that shot his team up the table from 8th to 2nd is now studied by the opponents. They're able to penetrate that line more often and more effectively to break through. The same build-up play that improved their goals tally to consistently challenge for the title is now studied by the opponents, comfortably letting them keep the ball without much penetration and just concentrating on their key players. Keep Saka and Odegaard out the game, you just nullify their threats. Many will say Arteta is on his way, building. Well, how long are you going to keep building before we can move in? For me, that's where Arne Slot showed how great he is. The biggest difference maker no one is talking about is this. Slot had managed 271 games before stepping into Klopp's shoes. Arne Slot made his mistakes out of the spotlight, experimenting, failing, and adjusting. By the time he reached a top-tier club, his system was baked in, his man management sharpened, and his tactical flexibility tested under fire. It's not about building a great team, it's about winning. Squeeze every last drop of every player and find a way, anyway, to get over the line. It's easy to look like a genius when everything is perfect, but the Premier League doesn't care about your plans. Because when things go wrong, when someone's injured, when the structure's shaken, when the system needs to bend, Arteta just doesn't adapt. Saliba gets injured, Rob Holding steps in, title race gone. Odegaard gets injured, the fluidity of the team goes right out the door. Saka's hamstring goes, and there's no one that can pull them out of tough situations. Even Thomas Partey, your best defensive midfielder, the man who sets the tempo, is shoved into right back to maintain shape.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
This isn't just misfortune, it's a manager unable to problem solve outside the blueprint. And the costs? Title race, title race, title race. Granted, he won the FA Cup in 2020, but since then, not much else. For the team that he built, let's say they really kicked into gear in 2022. Since that time, these are all of the available trophies to Arsenal. That's 12 in total. And he has won none of them, or even got to a final. That's slightly worrying. You can't win games you don't score in. And yet, Arteta built a fortress and somehow left the front gate open. Arsenal drew 14 games this season. In most of them, a single clinical moment could have turned the result in favour of Arsenal. Arsenal have invested around 650 million into Mikel Arteta's plan and vision. Most of that went into bolstering the defence. But hey, what's a defence, right? And even last summer, it goes into a defender, a squad midfielder, and Raheem Sterling. Shh, let's just act like that didn't happen. Since Gabriel Jesus, a striker hasn't walked through that door. And then there's Kai Havertz, signed as a replacement to Granit Xhaka. to give a continued balance to the left-hand side. Well, that didn't work. Arteta moved him up the pitch into a makeshift striker role. Oh, he's played there before. Although he contributes to the system, does he do what a striker is supposed to do? But like always, Arsenal Football Club are masters of selling hope. In a Champions League semi-final, Arsenal expected to win a trophy with Mikel Moreno as the new makeshift striker. Funnily enough, brought in as a number 8. Till next time. Peace.